My new branded dropshipping store has gone from absolute zero to over $500,000 in revenue in just 12 months. The store now pulls in a steady flow of orders every single week, and the best part is I've achieved all this while keeping acquisition costs low and building a real brand presence. But how is that even possible? I figured out a 7-part framework that can be applied to any store to generate consistent sales and create a unique brand. Unlike all the other internet gurus, I'm actually going to show you proof because I've tested it on my own stores. This works for anything from regular dropshipping stores all the way to full-on brands with inventory. In this video, I'm going to reveal my entire process and show you exactly how I make money so you can achieve similar results. Let's jump in. So I saw this store getting hundreds of thousands of visitors every single month and making millions of dollars. Their insane growth has nothing to do with luck. I found tons more stores getting the same results in different niches, and when I looked at my own stores, I noticed they're all using the same strategy. They're using a new strategy to grow their store, and it's absolutely genius. It all starts with the very first step of selecting a winning niche. Believe it or not, niche selection is one of the most critical steps in this entire framework. I know some of you are probably rolling your eyes thinking, I've heard pick something that has a passion audience over 1,000 times. Trust me, I've tried it all, and that alone doesn't work. Instead, I use a 3-stack pyramid to decide if a niche is genuinely worth pursuing. At the base, I confirm there's a large enough market size, so I know there's real demand. Above that, I look for a group of customers who are truly passionate, making this niche a meaningful part of their lifestyle. If that box is checked, the final piece is ensuring there's a strong community presence on platforms like Reddit, Facebook groups, Instagram theme pages, or influencers. If all 3 layers stack up, you're dealing with a niche that can stand the test of time. Tools like Winning Hunter can help you find trending niches quickly through their vast database of e-commerce stores. Some stores I found similar to mine on Winning Hunter include MyDollify, which sells personalized crochet dolls with photo cards, and the Hotel Collection, offering scent diffusers inspired by luxury hotels. They both tap into a strong, passionate niche. I've definitely had my own ups and downs while searching for the right audience, and at one point, my team and I even thought we found an untapped gold mine of lobster enthusiasts. The audience was there and seriously passionate, but shipping lobsters across the country turned out to be a logistical nightmare, and our margins got sliced to almost nothing. Eventually, we made the pivot towards a few niches such as car owners, date lovers, and even K-pop enthusiasts. They were just as passionate, but without the headaches of managing live seafood. That one decision alone saved us a ton of time, hassle, and money. Once you've settled on a niche, the next step is choosing the right products to sell. Even though you might have one core item in mind, you'll likely want to populate your store with multiple potential winning products. To do this systematically, I use something I call the winning product framework. First, I make sure it fits the lifestyle of my customers in my niche. Something that either solves a pressing problem or taps into a passion that they already have. Second, it should have a strong, unique angle or a clear differentiator. The more it stands out from what's already on the market, the easier it is to sell. Third, I look for good margins. You should be able to make a comfortable 20% net profit after you factor in product costs, shipping, and ads. We actually stumbled upon some of our best products while browsing on Etsy and Amazon of all places. We noticed a handful of items that were already popular, but we realized we could level them up by adding a bit of personalized flair, like custom engravings or color options that spoke to our audience's style. The difference in engagement once we put our own spin on it was night and day. Finally, I checked to see if there's any proof of demand. You can do this by looking at competitors' stores for similar products that address the same passion or pain point. Often, if I find multiple items that pass all these tests, I'll list them together in my store. You never know which product will resonate most with your audience, and this way you're going to give yourself more chances of finding a winner. You can always optimize around the product that gains the most traction. Once you've nailed down a niche and filled your store with a cohesive product catalog, the next big focus is branding. A strong brand helps you stand out and justifies higher prices too. In my case, I use a sleek black and white color palette. Some brands like this rely on a luxurious green, reminiscent of Rolex. It's all about consistency. Your logo, your website, your packaging, and your social channels. The goal is for your customers to instantly recognize you. I like to frame my branding around the idea of building a story. It's important to resonate visually with the audience and authenticate everything with social proof, reviews, or influencer partnerships. If you're gonna convince a customer to buy your product, everything needs to check out in a consistent story. A fitting name and logo can come from tools like Namelix or Luca if you're stuck. One of my previous brands, Impulse Modern, actually started out as a general dropshipping store. It was broad enough that I could pivot it into a dedicated brand selling anxiety rings once I noticed that niche heating up. If you want to take your branding even further, you can work with an agent like Commercive. Agents can help you brand or customize your products directly in China. They can do anything from adding custom packaging, inserts, logos, or even implementing special product features. I've been working with Commercive for a while, and one of my favorite things is they offer fast shipping directly from China. On top of that, when you're ready to scale, you can actually move your inventory to their American warehouse and dramatically boost your customer experience. Now let's talk about making effective ads, which is truly the engine that makes this whole thing work. When I first started, I was testing maybe one new ad creative every single week. That was okay, but it didn't give me enough data to find a winning angle quickly. Once I ramped it up to 10 new creatives per week, I saw a massive change in performance. Now, this isn't just random content that I ripped off the internet. This was actual content that I was making myself or getting from creators that I worked with. But I'll be honest, I'm not a marketing genius, and I don't want to waste time and money. I recommend using an ad spy tool like Winning Hunter to find ads that are already proven to convert. You can see which angles and hooks attract attention, plus get a sense of the visuals, headlines, and call to action that consistently convert. Once you find an ad that's taking off in a similar market, adapt it to fit your new product and angle. Maybe you spot a particular hook about relieving stress, so you reframe it for your own product's unique selling point. Just make sure it genuinely suits your brand. One really useful tip that I've learned over the years is to film in a well-lit area by a window or use a cheap ring light for Amazon. Good lighting can go a long way. In your videos, you need to show the product in action. If your product solves any problem, make sure that it's highlighted. Aim to hook your audience within the initial 2 or 3 seconds of the video, because that's often when people decide whether to watch or keep scrolling. The secret is to combine proven inspiration from an ad spy tool with your own authentic twist. This way you'll save time, money, and creative energy. To create my ads, I use CapCut. I drop in footage, add text overlays in a simple serif font with a subtle shadow so it looks native to Instagram or TikTok. Then add trending music or sound effects. I export it in 9:16 while making sure all of the text fits within a 1x1 square in the middle. Another huge feature is to switch to flexible creatives on Facebook ads, also known as dynamic creatives. This allows the algorithm to automatically test various headlines, visuals, and calls to action, letting it discover which version resonates best. From my own personal tests across multiple ad accounts, sometimes the ads that aren't overly edited end up performing the best. For example, this creative, which has minimal editing, absolutely blew up on organic and also performed quite well on ads. Before diving into funnels and analytics, let's briefly discuss how to set up a new product test on Facebook ads. I rely on CBO with one ad set per angle, targeting the top 4 countries, the USA, Canada, UK, and Australia. Within the ad set, I might stack around 10 relevant interests for an audience size above 25 million. Or if your product has mass appeal, you can go completely broad and not add any interests. Then I will drop in 5 to 10 creatives for each angle. Facebook will allocate more budget to whichever creative performs the best. For example, if I was selling scent diffusers, one ad set would contain creatives with angles targeting couples, one for people who love luxury hotels, one for candle lovers, and so on. I also aim to spend about 2.5 times the product price before deciding if something works. If the product is $100, I'll budget at least $250 for that campaign. If there are no sales by then, I'll go back to the drawing table and reassess my funnel, which I'll talk more about in the next step. These were my results after the first week. The best part is, if something does click, Facebook naturally shifts more money towards it, and I just increase the CBO budget to scale. I like launching new tests every single week, aligning them with viral trends or seasonal angles. Now that you set up your ads, it's crucial to understand the e-commerce funnel. It moves from awareness to interest to desire and finally to action. Your ad or social post creates awareness. If people are interested enough to click, they learn more about your product. Maybe they watch a video or read some reviews on the internet. Next, if they see some compelling testimonials, influencer shoutouts, or user-generated content, their desire builds. Ideally, they then add the product to their cart and finalize the purchase. CBO ties in here because consolidating your budget at the campaign level lets Facebook figure out where to push resources at every single stage of the funnel. It's far more effective than guessing and trying to micromanage your budget. Once I understood this funnel and started to leverage it to my own benefit, my results skyrocketed and started to look like this. Data is the lifeblood of any store, and understanding your analytics can truly make or break your business. First, check out your store metrics. If you're on Shopify, look at the add to cart rate, reach checkout rate, and overall conversion. For products under $50, an add to cart rate around 5 to 8% is common, while a reach checkout rate of 3 to 6% and a conversion of 2 to 4% might be perfectly healthy. If you're below these ranges, your offer or product page might need some attention. And if your product is much more expensive, you might naturally see fewer conversions. You can see the metrics on 2 of my stores, which both have dramatically different numbers, but they still bring in a healthy profit. At the end of the day, these numbers are only a part of the equation towards profitability. Next, examine your ad metrics on Facebook. Keep an eye on your hook rate, which can be measured by 3-second video plays over your impressions. You can actually create a custom metric on Facebook like this. The 3 other important metrics are your click-through rate, how much Facebook is spending on each ad, and of course the ROAS, return on ad spend. Sometimes Facebook pours most of your budget into an ad that's only moderately profitable, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you can scale a moderate ROAS ad to a bigger audience, while a high ROAS ad can only scale to a certain audience before fatiguing. It's clear from analyzing thousands of e-commerce campaigns that relying on single channel is risky. If you want to bulletproof your business, you have to go omni-channel. Try influencer marketing on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok and leverage other people's audiences while repurposing their content in your ads. You can also get your products onto Amazon or Etsy using a tool like CED Commerce. This has been my godsend to help me list multiple items on every single marketplace. Affiliate marketing is another path. Set up a referral system and pay commissions to people who will help sell your product. And definitely don't overlook Google Ads, which can capture people searching for your product or its benefits. Finally, let's talk about leveling up after you cross that $500,000 mark. One huge opportunity is retaining your existing customers by using email marketing like Klaviyo. This lets you cross-sell or upsell to people who already trust your brand. You can also expand your product line in a new variation or offer complementary items. You can see this with the various cross-sells that the hotel collection offers. If you're scaling and you want to provide a better experience to your customers, remember that an agent like Commercive can handle international shipping from China and use your USA warehouse for domestic orders. This can help you eliminate a complicated fulfillment process and allow you to focus on scaling. Going global is another option. You can translate your storefront, localize your ads, and break into European or Spanish markets. Finally, you might want to deepen your personalization because the more you tailor each product to a buyer, the more that you can charge. And ultimately, the more loyal your customers will be. It can mean choosing specific colorways to match your audience's aesthetic, or even throwing in a personal thank you card with each package. Small touches like that really make people feel seen. I truly believe anyone can do this once they learn the game. There's an art to e-commerce, just like there's an art to social media or any online venture. I've seen it in my own stores and I've seen it in collaborations with others. If you apply these steps to your e-com business right now, you'll be right on track. Thanks so much for watching. This was a big step for me because I'm sharing a lot of my process with you. If you found it helpful, leave a comment below and feel free to check out the 2 other videos above for more content. Keep an eye out for upcoming deep dives on advanced scaling tactics like how to avoid ad fatigue, master retargeting at scale, and strike licensing deals that can skyrocket your brand's visibility.